Hello! This is another game of Age of Empires HD brought to you by Manbeast. If you were here for the last game, I presume you were, because I've only given you guys like a 30-second break. But yeah, the last game was really good. I really liked it. I'm a huge fan of Feudal Wars, as I said like 3 times in the last stream. And yeah, no, I really like that game, and I hope we have a decent game like that again. Yeah. I don't know if you've been watching Resonance's streams where he did the... what games were they? DFS versus Elixir, ARG. They were really good games. I loved those games. They were great because they had this huge feudal war in them, which were just so awesome. But the Viper and Zellfire games were pretty awesome as well. I mean, any game with the Viper in it is basically awesome. You just gotta admire his micro. Anyway, I'm about to kick off. Let's go. In the blue, we have RVK Spring playing as the Huns, and in the red, we have Playboy2 also playing as the Huns. This map is Yucatan, so it is a 1v1 on Yucatan, which is quite interesting. I mean, I would have thought that one of these guys would have chosen to go Mongols, just because Mongols are pretty easy to play. Well, I say they're easy to play, but they're fairly similar to Huns when you're playing them. Just that Mongols do get a huge bonus from their hunt, and Yucatan has a lot of hunt in it. You have 1, 2, not boar, Javelina. I think you have 3 Javelina. Where is his third? Wow, he has 4. Well, yeah, okay, he has a lot of Javelina. Yeah, you have a lot of food, you have a lot of turkeys, you have 2 forage bushes, and you have a gigantic patch of deer. So that really... the Mongol hunt bonus is incredibly ridiculous on this map. In fact, Yucatan Mongols is a fairly popular lineup match. It's kind of the Mongol equivalent of 1v1 Arabia Huns, basically. So anyway, let's talk about the maps. So Spring has a decent map in that his gold's fairly close to his town centre. It is a bit unsaturable. It's on a hill, which is first of all awful because of the hill bonus. For those of you who don't know, the hill bonus is that any unit attacking downhill gets a plus 25% attack bonus, and any unit attacking uphill gets a minus 25% attack handicap, not a bonus, sorry. So yeah, that's kind of awful if villagers are gathering from the bottom, then ranged units or even just normal melee units are just attacking downhill, and they do get a bonus, and villagers do die very, very, very quickly. The wood over here just means it's going to be really hard to saturate. I mean, it might be worth putting up a town centre on the top here just to chop down that wood and then use it as a kind of protection to protect the top of this hill, and then produce more villagers to mine the gold with another mining camp at the bottom. Not too much else to say. He can wall off really easily across here. Unfortunately, there is a jaguar around here. But actually, I'm not sure if he has to wall off across here. I'm not sure if it is kind of naturally walled off by trees around here and around by there. So that's quite interesting. Furthermore, yeah, apart from that, his map isn't particularly wallable. I mean, he could just do a huge palisade across here, all the way over to here, which would be kind of boring, but it would work, and it would save him a lot of feudal harassment. He is milling his deer already, so he is going to go for the deer over here, which is lovely. Always, if you can get deer over berries, then always go deer over berries, because deer is one of the most fast gathering resources in the game. I think it's only second to shorefish. I'm not actually sure. Don't quote me on that. Also, you can always use your berries later in the game. Berries are actually a fairly decent resource. They gather very slowly, but they're free. They don't cost any wood, and if you don't have any wood and you still have berry bushes, then that's actually quite a nice way of getting food. Also, when you've got all the economy upgrades, like wheelbarrow and handcart, then gathering from berries is actually surprisingly fast. But anyway, so he... Playboy2 is getting deer from over here, which is lovely, lovely, lovely. As for... No, not Playboy2, sorry, Spring. I'm referring to the players by their wrong names. I'm quite tired. I have had a full day at work, but I came home rather hastily and cast this game, because I was actually looking forward to it, because I heard that both of these players were fairly good. So anyway, Playboy Sue can wall off fairly easily as well. Just a palisade across here would do, and then all he'd have to do is, I know, if he palisaded this off and then just walled across here, then he would be fully walled. Of course he could just wall off across the kind of weird stream thing over here, but that would be, it would take a lot of villager time to do that. But if he just walled off across here and then across here, here and here, then he would be fully walled. So that's quite nice. I mean, the same goes for Spring really as well. All he has to do is wall off across here and here, and then across here as well, and then he's fully walled. So each player could quite easily wall off a quarter of the map. So that's nice. The thing is, I'm not a huge fan of just booming games. I mean, I do, sometimes there are games where I boom personally, but I often find them quite boring to watch. I don't mind playing when I'm booming, but watching a game where someone just booms is a bit boring. Yeah, so this is quite interesting. 6 villagers on Deer, which is quite interesting. I'm not sure why he's waiting to go back there. It's kind of weird. Oh no, he deposited it to go up to feudal. Yeah, okay, fair enough. So it is taking in his 3rd ball as we speak, and he is trying to take out the scout. Oh no. Okay, cool, he's got the javelina. That's cool. Wow, that was a kind of messy baller, but I can't say I would lure it much better if I tried to take out Spring's scout whilst luring my ball. Barracks is going up on the front, so I assume we are going to see a stable or something come up quite close by here as well. Let's see how things are going for Playboy Sue. Playboy hasn't advanced to the feudal age yet. This is going to be awful. Spring is almost up to feudal already. I just realised I kind of forgot the counter on these games. No, yeah, this is really bad. I think Sue might have to, unless he walls off incredibly quickly. He is starting to wall off, but unless he does a really quick wall off before scouts come in, then this could be awful. Yeah, no. I think this is going to be a really bad game. Not a bad game exactly, but I think this is going to be a very one-sided game. Retreat the villager, retreat the villager. Ugh. The amount of times I've lost one villager to a scout when it's attacking my building in the early stages of my career. All he has to do now is wall off across here and across here. Come on, man, you can do it. Oh, no, the scouts are going to come pouring in soon. Although Spring hasn't put up any scouts, so I'm interested to see what he's doing. Double stable. Okay, double stable towards the back. If I was personally, I would have put them by here to get the scouts in faster. But one villager already dead. He's not going to be able to wall off. And I think this is going to go really badly. I mean, a spearman is coming out already, but already with 4 scouts out and a spearman, you don't really have to worry about spearmen when you outnumber them this badly. No, I've 6 scouts out now. This is not going to be pretty. I'm just going to check the stream to see what's up. Okay, 2 archer rangers coming up. So Sue is going to go for the classic. Well, it's not exactly a classic. It's more of a. It started becoming a thing early this summer where Huns players would just miss out scouts to get food to go up to castle and go up to castle quite quick. The bad thing about this is that an archer rush isn't as fast as a scout rush. You don't get your units in there as fast. Plus with Huns you get the 20% faster producing stables, so it's kind of more worth your while to go for a scout rush. Plus, if you take into account the fact that you need bloodlines if you're Huns, if you're going Castle Age, whether you're going Knights or whether you're going Cavalry Archers. I mean, I doubt very much you would go Infantry or just Crossbows, because that's not really a sustainable thing once you go Imperial. Because you can't get Arbalest and you can't get Champions, or, yeah, you can't get Champions. So there's very little else you can go for apart from Knights and Cavalry Archers in the Imperial Age. Obviously, I mean heavy Cavalry Archers and paladins. There has been quite a few losses of scouts over there, but I have a feeling that quite a few villagers died as well. I wasn't really paying too much attention. One villager died. So at the moment I know at least 2 villagers have died. I'm guessing maybe 2 more over here. This is gonna be really bad. This is a really messy game. Yeah, the scouts are still pouring in. All Spring really needs to do now is, if he transfers to archers, then that will really screw Playboy over. Oh, he's kind of lost count of one of his spearmen. Oh, well, one of his scouts over there. But look how many scouts he has. That's ridiculous. Anyway, Playboy 2 is presumably making archers and or skirmishers. Okay, he's got 6 skirmishers, and who can tell me how much damage skirmishers do to scouts? Well, all you need to know is that they don't do much, unless they've got fletching. But I can't see a barracks, so yeah, no, they don't do much damage at the moment. No, this is really bad. If Spring brings in even if Spring just brings in a load of skirmishers, he will be able to destroy all the spearmen over here. Plus he's got his own spearmen, which will combat fairly effectively his enemy spearmen. No, this is really bad. I think this is going to be a fairly early GG, guys. I'm just going to check the stream. Okay, yeah, sorry, just checking the stream. Yeah, so things aren't exactly going Playboy's way. I think he might have been... in all fairness to him, his gold isn't in the best location. It is really far forward. I think that might have been why he was trying to wall off across here, just to wall in his gold so he could go archers. At this point, it might have been worthwhile to put up another barracks and go double barrack spearmen, but I still don't think it would have made much of a difference. If Spring saw that, I think he would have put up an archer ring and just started spamming archers. This is actually quite a tough one to call, because by no means is Playboy Sue a bad player. He's actually, it seems like a very good player. He would kick my ass. Yeah, no, he is putting down the extra barracks. He doesn't really have the wood economy for this. That's my only really criticism of him. He is putting more villages on wood, but he needs to make another lumber camp, and he needs wood for spearmen, and so many things. He doesn't have any spearmen anymore. He's about to lose this barracks, so he has lost that barracks. This is pretty bad. I'd say that's GG. Nope, no GG. That's pretty GG. In my book, that's pretty much GG, when you have to pull off all your guys off one lumber camp. And the skirmishers have been unleashed. No, I think this is going to be an absolute massacre. Skirmishers with no fletching have 2 attack. How much armor do the scouts have? 2 armor. That means that a skirmisher will do 1 damage to every scout every time it attacks. Skirmishers have no melee armor, so we can kind of tell that this is not going to end very well at all. Plus, obviously, skirmishers can't attack when they're right next to the enemy unit. What Playboy 2's done, which I really applaud, is he's garrisoned them in the town centre, which is actually really nice. I really like that move, so tip of the hat to you, Playboy 2. But, you know, this is not good. I don't think there is a way that he can win this at this point. Spring's economy has gone unharassed. I'm not sure whether he's still making villages. Let's see. He should be. Okay, he's getting wheelbarrow. It's excusable. He's not getting villages. So he's going to get wheelbarrow. His economy is going to be pretty tip-top condition for feudal. His wood economy's... I know, his wood economy's not great, just having all these villages gather around this one instead of kind of spread them out over here. But that's pretty good, and he's taking advantage of both of his forage bushes. He's taken all his deer, he's got a little forward over here, and he has put up an archer range, so he is going to start putting out some, yeah, he's already got some skirmishes out. And I don't know how, if Playboy Sue comes back from this, I don't know, I want to say something. I'll eat my shoe, and I will film it, and I will upload the video to YouTube. That's what I will do. Although I'd have to buy a pair of cheap shoes because I have some decent shoes which I don't want to eat. But yeah, no, yeah, this is pretty. Sorry, I'm just looking at the scores. Yeah, no, Jumpix just made the point that Spring looks like he has a lot less skirmish villages. Okay, Spring is walling in over here actually, which is quite clever. And he has got a tower up by here, but it hasn't really done anything because it can't reach over. But let's see. Okay, he has 7 builders, so 19. 25, 35, 40. He has 40 villagers compared to Sue's 16, 18. Oh wow, he has a lot of lumberjacks. Yeah, interesting. Sorry, it's good that you guys pointed that out. But I think Spring's economy is pretty much on par with it. I think we can't really see as many because he's got villages on forage bushes. You can't really see them as easily. Plus, his economy is a lot more spread out. Like it's over here, over there. No, I think their economies are fairly on par at this point. Yeah, no, this is a huge feudal wall, which I really love. I love feudal walls so much. But okay, that is pretty much GG. I think. That tower will really. Oh, Spring is such a clever player. Oh, this is. I'm really. Oh, he's walled in over here, so Sue can't break out over here to get this gold. Now he's putting a tower up here, which will deny him this gold here and this gold here, and that, my friends, is what you call an incredibly clever player. No, yeah, that's ridiculous. That tower kinda signals the end of the game. This game might very well go on for another 40 minutes, but unless Sue puts up a market, he is not going up to castle, and at this point I don't think Spring is going to give him the opportunity to put up a market. Yeah, no, this is really well played. Oh my god. Sorry, that's one of the best moves I've seen in Age of Empires, and I'm pretty honoured to bring you that moment. I think Spring should most definitely invest in a blacksmith, actually. He is... Okay, yeah, he's putting up that blacksmith now. He's about to take a lot gold. That's really interesting. He hadn't been taking gold all game. Wow. But at least he has access to gold, and like Sue, who has no access to gold. 2 towers up by here will completely... Well, this will really make a huge difference. Get those villagers in the towers, man. Sue has just had to put up a tower of his own, but this just isn't gonna... He's got no stone. I mean, his only stone source is over here, and if Spring manages to put up a tower over here, it's pretty much GG. I think this is the defining battle. Oh wow, I'm really surprised at how much of Spring's force is dying off. But, yeah, no, Spring won't be... If he goes up to castle, which I can't really see him doing unless he puts him on market, he won't have enough stone to put up another town centre. He's already not able to get gold, so if he does go up to castle, all he can get is... Well, if he puts up a market, then he can get some gold units, but even then I think all he would do is upgrade his trash, so all he'd get is pikemen and elite skirmisher, which are great if you're defending, but they're not really that great if you're attacking. Although skirmishers are arguably quite good offensive units if you, as long as your opponent isn't using scouts or anything. I'm just checking the stream. Yeah, if you do get watchtowers in feudal. No, the Trush is one of those rushes where it either goes incredibly well or it flies in your face, and there is the GG. That was such a good game. I like that game. I think that was one of my favourite games. I mean, I don't think Spring or Playboy 2 were as good as the Viper or Zalfire, but I just really like that style of play so much, the prolonged feudal war. I think that's one of my favourite games I ever cast. That was nice. Cool. Anyway, it's been my honour to bring you this game today, and hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm going to take a couple of screenshots, and I'll check out the stream just to see what's up. Doobadoo. Yeah, no, that was a really good game. Oh, I love that game so much. And there are 15 people watching this. Why are there so many people watching this? I never get 15 people watching my streams. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed it. Okay, let's look at everything. Yeah, Spring's economy was better. I'm guessing he had all the feudal upgrades on his economy. I'm not sure whether Tsu was able to afford them because he was constantly being pushed to make spearmen and skirmishers. Yeah, so 51 units killed by Spring. It was actually a fairly close game though. I mean, even though Playboy wasn't as good as Spring was, I think Playboy was a really good player. I would love to bring more games cast by him. So City 4, largest army by Spring. So yeah, economy stats. Is that not? Can we? Yeah, okay. Villager higher 50. Yeah, so Spring did have 4 more villagers, but it was pretty close. Yeah, I think that late feudal time really made it a lot harder for Playboy. I think if Playboy got up to feudal that much quicker, then he might have been able to hold it in. Look at the research percentage, that's hilarious. I mean, neither player got a blacksmith. Well, Spring got a blacksmith, but really late in the game. The game went on for 25, almost 26 minutes without either player going in castle. That is what I call a good feudal war. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Just going to take the screenshots. 2 screenshots today. Why did you take 2? I wanted 1. Ugh. Okay. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed it. Until next time, guys. Manbeast.